My name is Kendall Duane, and today I'm going to be discussing the social cognitive theory. If you're a parent and you have kids who are emerging teens and you just don't know how to deal with them, you should keep watching. There's a song by Rodney Atkins called Watching You that really explains this theory well. It's about a little boy who really looks up to his father, and his father realizes how much his actions truly do reflect upon his son. In the first half of the song, they're in a car and the dad hits the brakes really hard and the kid spills his Happy Meal all over himself. And the lyrics say, he said a four-letter word that started with S and I was concerned. So I think we all know what that means. Next, the father asks the son, "Where did you hear this word?" And the son says, in the chorus, "I've been watching you, Dad ain't that cool, I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you." And the father realizes, oh no, this is all my fault. Well, if we fast forward a little bit to the end of the song, it says, he folded his little hands, closed his little eyes, and spoke to God like he was talking to a friend. And then it says this whole chorus again. "I've been watching you, Dad ain't that cool, I'm your buckaroo, I wanna be like you." So at first, you can see how these father's actions of saying curse words reflected on his son. But next, his son is praying because he looked up to his father and he saw his father doing the same thing. That really shows how much children look up to their parents and imitate some of their actions because that's just what they know, that's what they see, and that's what they think they should do too. And that's basically what the social cognitive theory is people observing others around them and reflecting or imitating these actions that they see because that's just how they learn. So, of course, I just told you about a little boy and his father, but this theory can apply to anyone of all ages. It can be a very difficult time for adolescents that are emerging into their teenage years, and it can also be very difficult for the parents to begin to even understand how to navigate this process. Something to remember is how important it is to make sure that your actions are something that you would want it to be reflected upon your children. There are so many ways that you can do this in just your everyday life and different things that are going to be important for people who are becoming teenagers. One way that you can be a good role model for your teenager is by showing class. This could be by having table manners, such as putting your napkin on your lap or being friendly to your waiter and making sure you're always tipping them. This could also be through talking on the phone, talking with your friends, talking with your parents, because those are your kids' grandparents, and always showing respect and grace and using kind language, and this will really reflect on your child to learn how to speak. Another thing that you could do that your kid will always be observing is have a healthy lifestyle. This could be through eating healthy, working out every day, and even the meals that you're making for your family are something that your child can learn how to make and continue making as they grow older and start to cook for themselves. Another thing is, if you're a parent who drinks often or smokes often, your child may think that this is something that's okay to do. And if you aren't doing this, then your child is more likely to be raised in a household that doesn't think this behavior is just okay to do. A personal example that I have is when I used to listen to my father, who was on work calls all the time when I was younger, and becoming a teenager, I really learned the importance of learning how to speak on the phone and how to talk to people who work with you. It helped me understand how to act in situations, and some of his phrases I even still use to this day when I'm at work. Another important thing to discuss is if you ever see your children doing something that you wouldn't really approve of, you might have to look at yourself and see if you are the reason that they might be doing this. Of course, that's not always the case, but it's just something to think about. There are so many ways to raise your children, but one of the most important things to remember is always make sure that the actions you are doing is something that you would approve of your child doing too. And if you won't, well, you might want to make sure your child isn't watching.